ang laking tulong ng tanong na kumusta.
Yes.
Because it doesn't just show about curiosity.
Yes.
It also shows concern. Concern
yes.
sa mga idols naman natin dyan. Ako. Ayan, isa magandang hapon o araw o umaga kung ano oras nyo man pinapanood itong episode muli natin ng ating programang Basta Podcast. Ayan mga idol, ako po muna ang inyong makakasama at makakapanayam. Natin naman nga mamaya-maya ang ating bisita. But anyways mga idol, ay nais ko lamang pong batiin ang lahat ng mga nanonood nitong podcast natin na ay pinagpala o patuloy na pinagpapala ng Panginoon ang bawat isa sa kanilang panonood nitong oras na ito, mga idol. Idol Noli po muna ang inyong makakasama, and of course, ang ating bisita for our today's episode ay isa na mga artist, is an author, di ba, mga idol? She has already published 3 books, mga idol, 3 libro, tatlong mga masterpieces, right?
Yes.
Sa masterpiece ay mga idol, makakasama po natin si Idol Bagni.
Hello po. Magandang hapon, umaga, and
araw.
gabi, araw sa
Opo.
lahat po ng listeners, and thank you for this opportunity na makasama ko po kayo ngayon.
Yes, opo naman, Idol Bagni. Kami rin po naman ay talagang mapalad sa opportunity na ibinigay ninyo at nang nirender ninyong oras dito po sa ating podcast. At Bagni, let's talk about your name.
Yes.
Bagni. So, saan nga ba galing ang word na Bagni o ang pangalan na Bagni?
Bagni is actually my Igorot name because I am from the mountain province. So, Bagni is the name of my great-grandmother. And yun ang blines sa akin na Igorot name.
Nice.
Yes, and that's what I wanted to use as my author name. Kaya that's what I wanted to be called as an author.
Do you have an initial, initial reason why Bagni? What is the meaning of it? Underlying reasons?
No, the thing is, it's the elders who choose the name for the kids.
Opo.
Oo. So when I was blessed with that name, it was because the elders were the ones who chose that name was particularly the one na para daw sa akin. Ang paniniwala kasi, please for our sa mga kasama nating
Opo.
Cordilleras there, please correct me kung mali po ako, pero ang paniniwala po kasi, if I understood it well, is that the name that was given to you is either your guardian or your identity.
Oh. Parang
ganon. So, parang ang sinasabi nila is, for example, I was given the name Bagni, it was because parang ang nagsalita sa mga elders is that yun ang name ng guardian na mag-aana sa akin. At the same time, my father, for example, ang Igorot name naman niya is Kahatan, which is a name for a sturdy wood, which is signifying na parang yun naman yung identity niya.
I
Something
see.
like that.
So, either the identity that was given to you or yung likeness mo, character mo.
Character
I
mo,
see.
yes.
So, Bagni is your author's name.
Yes.
And we have mentioned na while ago, mga idol, ay nakapag-publish na po si Idol Bagni ng 3 libro. So, let's talk about naman yung mga genre ng mga libro na sinusulat mo, ma'am.
Oo. Actually, yung first 2 books ko, they were fictional love stories.
Oh.
Yes, they were fictional love stories. The first one was a fictional love story based sa character ng isang show, drama na napanood ko. But the place itself is where my original hometown is in Mountain Province. The second book is also a fictional love story. Kaya lang, naman po siya, talagang pati yung place is completely fictional.
Fictional.
Yes. And then yung third book, ito yung medyo madama. Kasi ito yung may konting spy action na story with a touch of mental health.
So mental health, mga idol, is such a patuloy pa rin siya na hindi naiintindihan ng lahat.
Yes.
Mental health is such a diverse and multitudes of stories.
Yes.
Collectives siya, mga idol. And one of those collectives is the story of Ma'am Bagni or si Idol Bagni. And so Ma'am Bagni also has a perspective with that. So could you tell us more about it?
In 2015, I had yung parang pinaka worst na mental state ko to the point that I had to stop working because of severe paranoia
Yes.
and anxiety. And it crippled me for a very long time. It took me a year before in-approve na pwede na akong mag-work ulit.
Oh.
Pero at that time po, the only thing that I am capable of doing is work from home.
Yes.
Kasi at least lesser yung triggers. Di ba kasi minsan, syempre, hindi natin maiiwasan sa workplace. Meron tayong, may times na may mga kausap tayo.
Yes.
May times na ang tawag mo dito, may times na siguro nagkabibiroan tayo, which is fine. Pero may times din na medyo nagkakaroon tayo ng medyo collaborations na hindi siguro masyadong ganon ka, what do you call this? Ganon ka ayos minsan. And na-realize ko na hindi ko na kaya yung 8 hours na nasa office ako na I have to relate to a lot of people.
I see.
So, doon ko na I think work from home muna yung kaya ko. At that time, I know that there are already people who are working from home, but work from home for me was new.
I see.
Because all my years of working was outside. I was in the office. I was in the hospital. Ganon yung trabaho ko. And then, so talagang maghanap po ng trabaho at that time was also a struggle. Pero awa ng Diyos, talagang awa ng Diyos, nakahanap po tayo ng trabaho. And then, even after po ako umalis dun sa first job ko, meron pa rin po akong nahanapan hanggang nung 2018. Until now, yung employer ko po, siya po ang employer ko hanggang ngayon.
And until now,
Yes.
wow, that's so maayos yun because at the same time is you don't have to change it na.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's been almost 9 to 10 years na.
Yes, exactly.
Ayan, so how are you coping up with this?
It's still challenging, to be honest. I think people with mental health struggles would understand where I am coming from.
Yes.
That it's a struggle, or it's a daily battle. You know, it's a daily battle because the moment that you wake up, pwedeng tamaan ka ng anxiety,
Yes.
pwedeng tamaan ka ng down moments mo.
Yes.
May times din na super active ka naman pero biglang bagsak ka agad yung energy mo. May mga ganon na sitwasyon for people who are having mental health struggles. So, ako, kagaya nga po ng sinasabi ko araw-araw sa mga relatives or sa mga mahal ko sa buhay, awa actually ng Diyos ang gumigising sa akin araw-araw.
Opo.
Kasi kung sarili kong lakas po, I think matagal nang bumigay ang katawan ko. Kasi, you know, people with mental health struggles, I know they can relate to this, you know, the moment that you wake up and you get very nervous kaagad.
Yes.
Diba? Ano yung energy mo? Ano yung motivation mo just to wake up? Kung hindi ka talaga, wala ka talagang kakapitan.
Yes.
Parang ganon. Yun yung sa akin lang po. Kaya umaga sa umaga, pagising ko, hindi ko talaga kaagad na kayang, it's not like before na pagising, gising na kasi papasok na sa work, ganon. Kailangan kong magmuni-muni, kailangan kong mag-stretch ng kaunti. Kasi, and then pray, of course, pray before you go out of the room. Kasi kailangan mong i-condition yung sarili mo
Yes.
for the day. Which is something that is not that easy for a person with a mental health issue.
10 years
Yes.
of daily exposure to this kind of sickness no mga idol. And with that 10 years, ma'am, let's just say na yes, it's difficult
Yes.
for yourself.
Yes.
So was there any outlets for you to maximize para to help yourself as well, like organizations, people, certain group of people, circle of influences na talaga din ng mga kinapitan mo in times of struggles? Was there any?
Oh, yes. Before I answer the question, I was in the healthcare
Yeah.
profession.
Oh, yes.
Before po ako magkaroon nitong struggle. So, I just wanted to say na walang pinipili ang mental health struggle.
Yes.
I told myself, pinag-aralan namin to. Alam ko to. Ganon. I should know how to handle this. Ganon. But kapag tinamaan ka talaga, you can be vulnerable.
Yes.
Anyone actually can be vulnerable at any time. Yun.
Yes.
Ang nangyari po is, at first, yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko, I was in denial. Kasi syempre, healthcare professional.
Yes, you're a professional ka eh. Opo.
Na-witness ko to.
Napag-aralan.
Napag-aralan ko to. Dapat alam ko kung paano ko i-handle. But then, sometimes we have to admit it to ourselves that there are also things that we are vulnerable with.
Yes.
Kahit po tayo ay nakapag-aral ng ganito. Tanggapin din po natin na may mga times na hindi tayo talaga ang makakapansin. Pwedeng mga relatives,
Yes.
pwedeng mga friends. And when they open it up to you, be open din naman to accept. Kasi hindi po ako ang unang nakahalata talaga nito. It was my family. Because I was always waking up nervous. I was not eating already.
Yes.
Tulog lang ako ng tulog. Ganun na po yung nangyayari. And my father calmly encouraged me. He said, I think it's about time. You go for an evaluation.
I see.
Yun yung sinabi niya sa akin. At that time, I was, of course, in denial. Ayoko. Pero we still went. And that's when the cycle of diagnosis and treatment started to happen.
Opo. One of the most difficult stages of this mga sakit na ganito will always be the denial
Yes.
stage, the acceptance stage.
Yes, that's
Because sometimes, according sa mga nababasa ko, and correct me if I'm wrong, yan, yung mga idol, when you are dwelling into this kind of sickness, talagang nagkakaroon ka ng identity crisis.
Yes.
Like you're high as this, and then since ang perception ng society about this as sickness will always be on the bottom. Yun, so parang napapa-question ka rin ng sa sarili mo
Yes, that's
about your identity, your worth, yung kagalingan mo, 'di ba ganyan? So how did you dwell on that, knowing that medical profession is such a high profession? So how did you cope up with the idea na no, alam ko to, no, napag-aralan ko to?
Yes, actually, it took time po. It took time talaga. Kasi, yun nga, alam mo, na-witness mo yung mga ganitong sitwasyon.
Yes.
Nakakita ka, ikaw yung nagbibigay ng medicines for this patient.
Nag-OJT ka.
And then suddenly, bigla sasabihin nila, you have this that you are also struggling mentally, ganon, and you have to take medicines. It was a struggle at first, and I think kaya hindi gumagana yung medicines nung time na yun. Kasi,
Yes.
ayaw tanggapin ng katawan mo na you need it. Parang ganon. It took time for me to accept it, but by God's grace, kasi naniniwala po ako na may mga tao na ibibigay ang Diyos na mag-a-advise sa'yo.
Yes.
Mag-a-advise sa'yo na sasabihin nila na and doon ko po na-realize kasi even if I was in the healthcare profession, personally, hindi ako marunong mag-open up talaga. Ever since I was a kid, I tried to keep things to myself.
Yes.
yun talaga yung ano ko po. Kaya ang nangyayari is, pati itong issue na to, parang nung sumabog na lang parang nagulat pati yung mga loved ones ko na, may pinagdaraanan pala siya, parang ganon. Kaya, yung mga tita ko, mga tito ko, they came visit, my friends came to visit, and my aunties, one of my aunties, I remember, told me na, alam mo, acceptance is the key, sabi niya. Kasi hindi ka talaga makaka-recover dyan sa pinagdaraanan mo kung hindi mo tatanggapin na pinagdaraanan mo yan. Yun ang sinabi niya sa akin. So yun yung isang nakatulong. The support that I received from all my loved ones was really very strong.
Essential.
Yes. Kaya sa sino man po na nakikinig, kung support system kayo, malaki po ang naitutulong ninyo. Sa tingin nyo siguro, parang hindi naman siya nag-i-improve.
Yes.
Parang wala namang nangyayari sa kanya. Pero your presence alone is actually helping these people not to go to the point na sisirain nila yung sarili nila. Kasi, alam nyo po, na-realize ko na nung time siguro na nung sinabi ko na gusto kong mag-isa and talagang iniwan nila akong mag-isa, baka may nagawa po ako na hindi maganda.
Yes,
Kasi kapag sinabi kong gusto kong mag-isa, kasi nga ang ine-entertain ko were the negative thoughts, yung very down.
Questions.
Yes. Question ko yung sarili ko. They just left me to go to the room. But they never left me alone na talagang completely mag-isa.
That was nice.
Yes, because I think yun yung nakatulong para hindi mo saktan yung sarili mo. And then, nung time na dumating na yung acceptance stage, when I was able to accept it already, nag-umpisa na po ako mag-research. I researched about my medicines that I was taking. And then, after that, nag-research na rin ako ng vitamins, ng mga supplements. Kasi, mapapansin mo sa sarili mo, hihina ka kapag medicines lang yung ite-take mo. And then after that, nag-research din ako ng mga natural methods, kung ano yung pwede mong gawin para liban doon sa mga tinitake mo, ano yung pwede mong gawin para lumakas yung katawan mo. Kasi I think, alam naman natin na kahit na anong medicine, meron siyang side effect. Yun. Tas, aside from that, parang na-realize ko po na talagang yung pagkapit sa Diyos is malaking bagay. Kasi may mga times po talaga noon na, alam mo yon, sa isip ko, gusto ko na talagang bumigay. Pero may bumubulong po sa akin talaga, very small voice, soft voice.
Yes.
Na nagsasabi na, alam mo, mas malaking kasalanan yan sa Diyos. Sinasabi nila na ganyan. Or, kaya yun yung kinakapitan ko na, aminado po ako, yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi po ni Idol kanina, Idol Nolly na, siyempre, nakapag-aral ka, di ba? Nagsasahod ka, magandang katawan mo. So, you think that those things that are important are, alam mo yun, yung parang medyo mataas yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. Aminado po ako that I think nakalimot po ako. Kaya siguro, ito yung pagkakataon para ma-strengthen yung faith.
Yes.
Which helped me a lot. Kasi, speaking of strengthening of faith, it also gave me time to listen to podcasts, to videos. Yung mga yon about God and about depression in relation to the spiritual aspect.
Yes.
And nakatulong po itong mga ito para maintindihan mo holistically kung paano mo i-address yung ganitong mga sitwasyon.
I see.
Actually, I wanted to share, may notes po ako.
What's that?
I wanted to share some of the videos na napanood ko.
Opo.
So, some of them, one is Dealing with Depression by Dr. David Jeremiah. Yes. Am I Having a Mental Breakdown by Dr. David Jeremiah ulit. Overcoming Anxiety by Pastor Peter Tanchi. The Voices in My Head by Eleanor Longden. Yes. Health Flicks ni Dr. Atoy. Yes, Dr. Atoy. Kasi dito, tinouch niya yung emotional, spiritual, physical, gano'n. And then, 3 Signs God is Speaking and 3 Signs That It's Satan by David Diga Hernandez. And then, You Cannot Avoid Death, But You Can Live Well by Father Dave Concepcion. So, ilan lang po ito sa mga pinapanood ko. And it encourages you. It really gives you that perspective na parang huwag ka lang magtingin physically, huwag ka lang magtingin emotionally, pero tingnan mo din sa spiritual aspect. Kasi baka lang sa part na yon meron din tayong nakakalimutan.
Doon pala yung kulang, ganyan. So, imagine that, no, Idol Bagni, 10 years of dwelling into the sickness on and off.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine the pain. Idol, 2015, I was just this little kid. And if I were on your shoes that time, I don't know.
Yes.
Diba? I couldn't imagine how things went through. And 10 years of suffering. I call it suffering.
Yes.
Because I heard multitudes of stories with this. And one commonality with that was the pain.
Yes.
So I called it sufferings. Ayan. But the good thing here is that si Idol Bagni, mga idol, sana may napulot tayong konting, hindi to sa konti, but an extraction of her story, na kung saan nga ay nakakita tayo na it's not just about the physical health, diba?
Yes.
It's not just about the mental health, diba? Bala nyo, may nagkukulang ka rin palang aspeto.
Yes.
Yun. So, naging holistic ang kanyang approach. And one thing that I've also appreciate sa kanyang story, mga idol, is that yung pagiging holistical nga niya, diba? Kasi sometimes there will always be conflicts between these two.
Yes.
Especially the approach of science and approach of religion. And yun yung maganda, mga idol, that we are open enough.
Yes.
Yeah, that we are open enough sa mga iba't ibang mga approach sa ating paggaling.
Tama.
Opo, mga idol. And a while ago, I was touched about the story of your family. Although hindi ka man nila iniwan ka man nila sa kwarto, but knowing that their presence is just outside the room.
Yes.
How did these things? I know na marami pang mga bagay ang ginawa ng pamilya mo. So, how did you cope up as well with this sickness, with their presence? Paano sila nakatulong?
Malaki talaga kasi kung support lang ang pag-uusapan, their support is grabe, from my immediate family to my relatives, to my friends, even to some acquaintances, even to my batchmates. They reach out and they ask about you. They say, hello, kumusta ka na? And you can see that there is genuine concern in them. Makikita mo talaga na may concern talaga sila sa'yo. Kaya parang, dun ko na-realize yung difference kapag malakas ang support and hindi. Kasi, of course, we are witnesses of certain situations where there are people whose support system is not that strong.
Yes.
And there are people whose support system is strong. But, of course, it always depends on the person pa rin. The thing, though, is kapag malakas yung support system mo, alam ng Diyos and alam mo din sa sarili mo na hindi ka basta-basta bibigay. Kasi alam mong may mga taong sasalo sa'yo.
Yes.
Yun.
That's so nice to hear.
Yun yung napansin ko po na difference. Kesa yung nagsa-struggle ka and then nag-open up ka and then no one would even acknowledge it. And just tell you, itulog mo lang yan. alam mo, pagod lang yan.
Mm-mm.
Without even knowing or without even asking, ano ba ang pinagdaraanan mo?
Kaya mga idol, ang laking tulong ng tanong na kumusta.
Yes.
Because it doesn't just show about curiosity.
Yes.
It also shows concern.
Concern,
sa mga idols naman natin dyan. Kumustahin naman natin yung mga kasama natin sa bahay.
Oo, kumustahin natin. Kasi, you know, it's not just about mental health nung taong may pinagdaraanan.
Tandaanan, yes.
Pwede rin, yun palang caregiver niya.
Oo.
Pagod na rin.
Pagod na rin. Mga idol,
O, kumustahin din natin sila.
Yes, oo.
Yung mga yan. So, totoo yung sinabi ni Idol Nolly na, kumusta ka na? Kumusta ka na?
Oo.
Is you appreciate the person who's saying, kumusta ka na? Because that person would want to know, how are you
How
doing?
are you doing?
There are people out there who wants to be checked on, but
Yes.
no one is saying, kumusta ka na sa kanila.
Opo. And mga idol, such a precious word, such a
Yes.
precious question to be asked, how are you?
Yes.
Mga idol, it's up to you. How will you perceive it? Is this person just curious, or is this person just is concerned?
Gusto makichismis.
Gusto makichismis? Alam niyo, this type of question, it's pwede mo siyang i-perceive into different things, like
Yes.
recreational, or chikahan. Ano yung mga idol, hindi ko siya natanong kanina kasi before this interview, nakapag-chika na kami. Nakapag-share na kami ng mga gantong bagay. That's why, nung una, medyo kinakabahan pa si Ma'am Bagni to share some things. Actually, sabi niya, babasahin niya lang yung kanyang prepare. But right now, because of that word, kumusta?
Yes.
Di ba, we are open enough because of just the word kumusta.
Yes.
And that is the effect.
Yes, that's
Opo.
true.
And going back dun sa support system, it doesn't have to always be the family.
Yes.
You have the people along the way.
Totoo.
Like your friends, circle of
Yes.
influence. It doesn't have to be this person. It doesn't have to be my best friend. Diba? Pero if you're lucky enough, you have your family, best friend, circle of influences, that's good.
That's good, yes.
But if you just choose certain people
Yes.
and they're open about it,
Yes. Why not? Oo. Kasi, ang importante dyan, meron kang mapagsasabihan ng concerns mo.
Oo.
Kasi nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, there are times na hindi po tayo na may struggle ang nakakahalata. Kundi the people
around us.
Na, uy, parang iba na yung galaw niya.
Yung aura
Parang-
niya.
Oo, parang iba na yung sinasabi niya. Sila. So, kung may mga tao kayo na pinagkakatiwalaan, sabihin niyo po yung concern niyo sa kanila. And I hope and I pray na yung mga tao na pinagkakatiwalaan niyo, talagang pakikinggan din kayo. And if need be, sila ang gagawa ng action para at least matulungan
I
kayo.
see, yes. Ayun mga idol, nakapagbigay actually si Idol Bagni ng kanyang mga encouragements, like yung open up to the sa
Yes.
people na pinagkakatiwalaan, maging holistic sa pananaw,
Yes.
sa disposition mo, patungkol nga dyan. So, I want to ask, if there's a 20-year-old girl in front of you right now,
Yes.
experiencing the same things you felt when you were on that first year of having this depression,
Yeah.
what would you tell her?
I would encourage her to, I would not immediately tell her na, uy, anong problema mo? Ano. Kagaya ng kanina, kumusta ka na? Kumusta ka na? And from there, unti-unti, yung parang kukunin mo yung loob ng tao para unti-unti ma-open up niya. Kasi, kapag may personal struggles ka, that's why there are people na they choose not to talk.
Yes.
Diba? Na kapag may i-open up ka, uy, gusto kong pag-usapan natin to. Wag na nga. Tigil na nga natin yan. Because they are not in their, hindi nila maramdaman yung parang, anong tawag mo doon? Yung, hindi mo nakuha yung loob. Parang hindi nila maramdaman na,
They're with you.
oo, kasama kanila.
Opo,
Parang ganon.
yes.
So, yun yung isang bagay na, kapag kinumusta mo sila, and nag-open up sila sa'yo, please do not disregard anything that they say. Kahit sabihin nila, pagod lang siguro ako.
Kulang sa
Ganon.
prayers.
Oo, yung mga ganon. Parang, i-check on them. Kasi, hindi natin alam, yung mga sinasabi nila, yun pala is their way of trying to seek help, pero hindi nila alam kung kanino nila sasabihin. There are also people, dinadaan nila sa biro.
Yes.
Diba?
Opo.
Oo, may mga tao na magsasabi, kumusta ka na? Eto, parang ang nawawala na
Maganda
ako
pa rin.
Oo. Or parang gusto ko nang mag-give up, pero kaya pa yan. Ganun. Pero yun pala, totoo na pala talaga.
That's so true na pala. Oo.
Pinagdadaanan na pala talaga siya. Parang ganon. Kasi, alam mo yon, when you witness certain things, at makarelate ka sa mga pinagdaraanan nila, marirealize mo kapag ikaw na mismo yung now I understand kung bakit itong taong to, pinili na lang niyang tumahimik. Parang ganon. Now I understand kung bakit itong taong to, dinadaan niya sa biro. Ganon.
I see.
Parang ganon. Doon mo makakon. But I hope you would not experience this. I hope.
Yes.
Hindi ko pinagdarasal na ma-experience ng kahit sino to before nyo masabi na, nung time na yon kailangan pala nung kaibigan ko. Yun pala yung kailangan ng kaibigan ko. Parang ganon. Kaya yun.
Ayan na. And with that story of Ma'am talagang we were touched. And as well, let's go back to the start. She's an author.
Yes.
How did this thing help you in coping up?
Kasi yung mind ko nun, it was very negative. Oo. So, I remember one of my cousins said, you do not tell the person, think positive.
Yes.
Think positive. Yes, it's an encouragement. But, okay, sinabi mong think positive, paano? Yun ang susunod na tanong. So, ang sinabi niya, Piman, it's more of telling them, making them busy. O, diba? Or having a way na i-transform nila yung negative into positive. O. And yung way ko po is through art. Oo, kasi when I was diagnosed with this, or even before I was diagnosed with this po, talagang gusto kong gumagawa ng mga kahit na anong artistic. Handicrafts. Ganun,
Yes.
Oo. And then, nung nangyari po ito, I was encouraged by doctors na magkulay-kulay sa mga coloring books, parang ganon.
Canvas.
Oo. And then, at the same time, ang nangyayari po kasi sa brain ko is, minsan, pag may nakita akong character, or may nakita akong situation, nagke-create siya ng stories. Kasi, hindi naman po sa ever since bata tayo, nagsusulat din po ako. Ngayon, sabi ko, I better write this sa paper, at least nalilipat ko sa positive way yung mga nag-aano sa isip ko. Kaya ko po nagawa itong mga kwentong ito. Yung mga stories na ito, na-publish po natin sa tulong po ng isang publishing company. And with that, I was able to somehow put those negative thoughts into positive, a positive action. Diba? So, hindi lang natin sasabihin natin positive, gawa tayo ng paraan para ma-divert yung mga iniisip nila into something positive.
And ang ganda nun mga idol, imagine experiencing these dark times into your mind. Ganyan, because may nagsasabi, di ba, idol, na the mind is the playground of the devil. Yung mga idol. At kung may nakapasok na negativity dyan, talagang it will control your whole body. Kung may mga panahon na ganyan. But, with the story that she told us, she chose to write it. She chose to put it into strokes. And that's such a beautiful story. And I hope that we were inspired by the story that was shared to us. And with that, ay maraming salamat din talaga. And ma'am, we would like to hear the promotion of your books.
Sige po.
It's an honor.
Actually, it's an honor din. Idol Nolly, thank you very much po. you can check my books sa Yukioto bookstore. And then at the same time, meron po akong Facebook page, Bagni Writes.
Bagni Writes.
Yun po ang kanya. Nandoon po yung books ko, yung details po ng books, magkano po siya, saan nyo po pwedeng bilhin. Nandun din po kung saan nyo po pwedeng makita yung clip. Parang yung clip ng book, parang chapters of the book na pwede nyo pong basahin para magka-idea po kayo kung ano yung tungkol dun sa book na yon, and you decide kung gusto nyo pong bilhin. And if you want to buy it from me, pwede nyo po kong i-message dun sa Facebook page ko. So that I can also, kung gusto nyo po,
autograph?
Oo, so that po siya
Opo.
ipadala sa inyo. Pero at the same time, nandun din po yung mga pwede nyo pong pagbilhan. Both here in the Philippines and outside of the Philippines.
Wow, overseas, mga idol. Overseas.
Actually, I'm sorry, I did not bring copies of my book. Pero yung third book ko po, meron po ako nung parang backstory niya. If it's okay, I'll just read about it.
Yes, sure.
So, ito po yung tungkol dun sa third book ko. Actually, ito po pala. Before that, my first book is titled Time Seas. How far will you go to mend broken time?
Wow!
Yes.
How far will you go to mend a broken time?
And then yung second book ko naman po is Yorkwear Express. How far will you go to pursue uncertain time? Yes. And my third book, is Filtered Memory.
Filtered Memories.
Yes. How far will you go to remember unfinished time?
Wow.
And this is what I would like to share to you. Itong third book ko po. Charlene Paez is a brilliant Filipina psychiatrist with an adventurous soul. So much so that she was brave enough to take further studies outside of her country to enhance her knowledge. At the same time, she was thrilled to work for a top-secret mission with a global impact. Alejandro Sumulong was the international security agent assigned to be her guard. But then, a traumatic event happened that caused her to lose portions of her memory. After several years, even with hesitation from her family, she got back up and took the role of working for an exclusive facility in the island of Tarin. She was dedicated to providing psychiatric treatment and support to both active and retired uniformed personnel. There, she met Roel Pebelico. But while Romel remembers her, Charlene was oblivious of everything until events on the island caused her to recall pieces of her memory. This would be her most challenging yet eye-opening experience as she would traverse through truth-setting circumstances, all the while managing her mental health and the work she signed up for. Will she be able to remember, or will something happen to her even before she can remotely gain her memory? Yun po.
Open-ended, mga idol. So, we need to, kailangang make sure na malaman ni Idol Nolly. So, I'll provide you my address. I will provide you my address, Idol Bagni, para malaman ko. Hindi naman pwedeng pag-isipan ko to ng ilang gabi. Opo, yan mga idol. So, nasabi naman ni Idol Bagni ang mga mensahe ang mensahe, ang encouragement, ang lesson ng gantong klase ng istorya. And I know, mga idol, that there are more.
Yes.
Kagaya ng sabi natin nung una, these are multitudes of stories.
Yes,
that is yet to be said.
Yes.
And I hope that with the story that was shared ngayong araw na ito, it will be an outlet for them to be activated as well.
Yes.
To share up, to open up, and at the same time, to share what is meant to be shared.
Yes.
Yung mga extracted lessons,
Tama.
mga idol. Kaya yan, maraming salamat, Idol Bagni, for sharing your wonderful stories sa atin, sa ating mga idol, sa ating mga listeners and viewers. At muli mga idol, ito po ang idol nyo mabilis pa sa alas 4, Idol Nolly, para sa ating programang Basta Podcast. Bye mga idol!